Hey plastic model builders, welcome back. It's your host Ari Stone with Plastic Model Builder. This is the Tamiya 1/48-0. This is the finale of it. This is an old kit. I enjoy doing it. As you can see, I am doing the cockpit glass canopies a different way than what I usually do. I used Tamiya acrylic paint and then lacquer paint. Lacquer paint couldn't get off so easily, it was hard. Here you see I painted the tail wheel. Now I'm doing all the miscellaneous completion parts right here that I was putting on. I left that piece that you just see me putting on now for last because it was easier to put on. Made it easier to do that way. That way I didn't have to mask it off. And here's my little guy. I am painting my little man. I've got the brown colors that I use, the ones that were called for in the instruction manuals. I painted his little eyes there, you can see. I'm doing a scarf. The whole thing was brown, a couple different colored browns. To be exact, I used all Tamiya acrylic paints and I hand painted him. I did not do any airbrushing of it. Right here are the straps. They go a green color, also a Tamiya color. Paint the little buckles some silver colors after we're done with these. And we put this guy into the airplane. He looks really good. I'm happy with how he turned out. I like how these acrylic colors look when I painted them. Turned out wonderfully. It's model making madness. I made it look pretty. That's the ultimate goal, isn't it? Anyway, you can see how it all goes here. Like I said, it turned out great. Also remember to subscribe, comment, and like. That way when you subscribe, you can see my videos when they come out. Remember, you have to enable to get notifications on that. If you don't do that, you might not know they come. So enable notifications too. And also hit the like button. I like that, and I love commenting, especially when you watch with me. And remember, we also do live chats on every video premiere, so come chat with me. I love to talk about the videos as I do it. So anyway, you see how this man is turning out. He's looking pretty good. You see how the back is. All turns out great. Putting a little bit of weathering onto him. I did a little bit on the face and I repainted him because I didn't like how the face turned out. Stick our pilot into the cockpit. I am going to do an open cockpit version here, so I do modify it a little bit from what you see. And look at how that fits in. It's perfect. So now we're going to apply decals. I assume I do this right, but I'm not sure. I just basically, the decal is bigger than the actual propeller itself. I put the overlap on and then I cut it off. I'll show you that a little bit later on, and I'll show you the rest of the decals. We have that one red circle. Here's the other circle. I did the C version of this aircraft. They have like 4 or 5 different versions that you can do. This is the one I did. You see all the little circles going on. Press them down. My paint came out a little rough. I also weather this, so stick around towards the end of this video. Not the end, but if you stick around, you'll see me weathering it. Got these little stars. They go across the tail fin right there. When it dries, you just got to put a little slice in there. It's the V103. Tail fin looks good. You know, simple painting back then. They didn't really do a lot of over-the-top stuff. And we got that little tail stripe. Same thing. I left a little bit of overhang, and then you just kind of slice off that end. I used my knife. Scissors might work too. Whatever you need to do. And then this was the hardest one. Goes right there in the middle. Then you see when we turn this over, that's how it kind of meets, and you got to cut off the excess there. It's not too hard. You just take your hobby knife and just kind of press it down ever so slightly, and it will take off that leftover decal, just like that. And that is what you need to do. Look how good that looks. I love it. So anyway, this is me cutting off that excess bit from the propeller. Like I said, you have to do that on a couple of other parts. You saw me do that on the blue stripe. And this is the propeller. Not the easiest thing to do with a hobby knife like it is. It's probably a dull blade too. Having a better one would work. This is the underside. Have another circle. Don't forget to sink those in. These got these little guys. They go right by the wheels. I don't know what they are. I'm sure somebody will tell me, and please do, because I love to know. Then just painting all the little details that are left over. Then we'll start weathering this aircraft. I do spray a gloss coat on there. It's a clear coat of acrylic of pledge. I might start doing that a little bit differently because I'm not really liking how my models have been turning out. Now keep in mind, when you do weather stuff, you don't have to weather them. That's your choice. I painted the red lights. I think they're lights right here. And back to talking about weathering. If you want your plane to look like it's straight out of the factory, by all means do it. You do not have to follow this. This is just something I do for me. Here's what I'm talking about. I kind of messed up on the weathering, so I'm getting better at it after a couple planes. I'm going to try some different techniques because I use my homemade type of accent there. So then I discovered maybe if I just put one little stripe on there, just kind of blend it in. Nothing overly bad. Just like right here, another one, just a stripe. It gets that grime on there, and it really makes it look pretty. More of that, you get the picture. That's how we do that. Put a little bit on the propeller. We're going to do some silver streaking as well. That way we make this look like, you know, it's definitely been walked on and stepped on. Put some grime right over around the windshield. Yes, I glued it together like that. I cut it in half. Put it together because the back is different than the one that you get with the kit. They have two canopies. One doesn't fit quite right depending on how you paint. So here I am doing silver touch-ups. Yes, that's right, silver. I'm going here along the crease of the landing gear because it's two pieces. I did gear down, putting a little bit inside of your tail fins right here. Just pushing that in. I made that canopy since I kind of did it with the glass like that. We're just calling it frosted. It happens. Putting on some exhaust marks right here. I did like a black color, then I did a dark brown, and then a lighter brown. Then just kind of blending it in with a little bit of solvents. That way it just kind of looks like it flows right through those. Not the greatest in the world, but you know, it's okay. We're having fun. This is how I did mine. Like I said, it's canopy open. I made it look pretty. See all those silver streaking marks, and then this is the last piece we're putting on, and then I will show you the final product. You got this right here. I'm going to put on these little things that go on the wings. Don't break them off. They're on the bottom, then this slides right in just like that, and here's the final product. Got our side view right there. Looks wonderful. The top view, there's our pilot. Front. Show you this prop real closely that I put on there, just spins freely. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, and like again. And of course, until next time, as always, see ya.